Hello everyone, I am Muskan Mogal and in this class we are diving into something that we use every single day. Sentences. Yes, whether you are chatting with your friend or writing a story, sentences are very important because these are the building blocks of our communication. So now let us see what is a sentence. Here, sentence is a group of words, yes, but which gives a meaningful sense. Then, sentences begin with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. So, sentences are a group of words, but not any group of words. These are the group of words which give a complete sense. So here, let us understand with an example. Okay, let me write. The cat. You might wonder, what about the cat? Now, I'll complete it. The cat is sleeping. Now we have the complete sense, right? And that's a sentence. Here, we are having two basic rules. First, always start with a capital letter. Look. Always begin with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. Whether it can be a period, a question mark, or exclamation mark. And yes, why these punctuation marks are important to know? These help us to know, to understand the tone of the sentence and the proper meaning of the sentence. So now, let us understand the parts of sentences. Here, part of a sentence. The dog bites the man. What is the subject here? What is the subject in sentence? The dog. The dog is the subject. Why? Why? Because it is performing the action? No. The one who is performing the action is called doer. So here, the dog is subject because it is who the sentence is about. It is who the sentence is about. And next, the rest of the part is called predicate. Yes, a sentence typically needs a subject and a predicate. So, we know what's the subject in a sentence, but a predicate always has a verb in it, a word. And then the rest of the words, whether it can be an object or action, yes. Predicate always has a verb in it. Sometimes it may not be having any other words, but it always has a verb in it. Next, he is happy. He is a subject. Predicate is verb. Predicate starts with a verb. Happy is a complement. Next, the baby sleeps. What is the subject here? The baby is a subject in the sentence. And predicate, it has only one word and that's a verb. Yes. So I hope you understood the parts of a sentence. Next, we will understand types of sentences. First, declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Let us see one by one. Here, first one is declarative sentence. This can be both active or, it can be positive or negative. Now, what are these declarative sentences? Yes, these are the statement. A sentence that states a fact, opinion, or idea. Basically, it is a statement that conveys information. It simply says something to someone. It simply says something. Now, always ends with a period or a full stop. Always ends with a full stop. Now, here we are having three examples. The sun rises in the east. This is a fact, a statement. Next. This is the best coffee in town. Opinion. Next. She thinks learning language is fun. Idea. So look, these are simply statements giving some information. Simply giving information. Next. Interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences, the one who asks questions. Now, a sentence that asks a question, it seeks information or clarification. Now, always ends with a question mark. Always ends with a question mark. Here we are having examples. Where do you live? What's your name? Is this your notebook? Why is the sky blue? Yes, these are very simple. The questions are interrogative sentences. Next. Imperative sentences. Here, it can be a command, request, or instruction. Here simply, someone says someone to do something. Someone, it tells someone to do something. It tells someone to do something. It can be a command, request, or instruction. Here, and yes, it always ends with a period or exclamation mark. When it is a request, which is neutral, polite, then we are going to use a period. But the command, the command, we use exclamation mark, like close the door, shut up, like this kind of sentence. At that time, we are using exclamation mark. Here, please close the door. Please close the door. See, please. Please is a polite word, right? Please. So we are using a period. Full stop. Next. Take your seat. Someone is saying someone to take your seat. Polite. Then, stop talking. Exclamatory mark. Here. I hope you understood imperative sentences, which are basically command and request. Next. The last one is exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences, which always ends with exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Here, a sentence that expresses strong emotion or surprise. A strong emotion or surprise. It shows excitement, fear, joy, anger, ends with an exclamation mark. Always ends with an exclamation mark. So I will teach you how to use it. See, what do you say? Hooray, we won the match! Or, hooray, we won the match. You express yourself, right? At the time, we are going to use exclamation mark. Yes. Next. What a beautiful view. How will you say it? What a beautiful view. Or, what a beautiful view. So this is how we use exclamation mark. Next. I can't believe it. Next. You scared me. So, while expressing your joy, anger, surprise, we use exclamation mark to express our strong emotions. To express our strong emotions. Yes, these were the 4 types of sentences. Now, so this one is for you. Let's practice. Close the door. What is this? A command, right? A command? Yes. So this is a imperative sentences. Next, how are you today? A question. Question is an interrogative sentence. Next, I love chocolate cake. I love chocolate cake. Exclamatory sentence. Next, my dog is very friendly. My dog is very friendly. A statement. What is it? Declarative sentence. Next, here we are having examples for each sentences. Yes, for each types. Declarative is a statement, interrogative is a question, imperative is a command or a request. Next, exclamatory is strong feeling. Strong feeling. Here, the sky is blue. Here, these are the statements. You can go through it or take a screenshot. Next, we are moving to your homework. Discussions are always welcome. Yes, this one is for you. Try it out, and yes, it is very easy to understand what are the sentences and types of sentences. Thank you, everyone.